to the FactoryTalk View tutorial on implementing security. I'm going to show you the difference between having security set up and not using security at all. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start up this program or a small project that I put together, and we'll add security to it after I show you what it's like without. Alright, sugar vessel, and we want to change the set point of the temperature, so we'll change the temperature setting to 78 degrees. That's where we want it to run, and an offset of 2, just a number that populates here. And we can do the same thing with the level offset. We'll change the level to 42, so it's 42% full. I know it says it's a bias offset, but it's just what I set up. And basically that's it. Anybody can come in here to your panel view at any time, select your temperature, go in and change your temperature without you knowing, and really cause you guys problems. What we're going to do is we're going to create security so that you have to be logged in to be able to enter these, and we'll use 2 different logins. That way, one login will enter your temperature, the other login can set your level offset. So the first thing we're going to want to do before anything is we need to add some system users. So in your project tree over here, I want you to scroll down and go down to where it says users and groups. We want to add users. You can add groups and do other stuff. We're just going to work with primarily just users. We'll right click on users, new user, and the user name is going to be maint for maintenance, and full name, maintenance mechanic. We don't want the user to change password. We don't want it to expire. And we'll just give them an easy 12345 password. In the real world that'd be different, but right now we're going to use that. Click OK. Added your user. We'll add the second user. And the second user will be tech. And it'll be an electrical technician. And the same thing. Can't change password and doesn't expire. Password will be the same, 12345. Select OK. Now you have 2 users that we're going to use. And that's all you'll need to do for setting up users, and you can go on and on and on and add whatever you want. We'll go back to the main screen. So the first thing we need to do is we need to add a login and logout button, and you'll find those up here. Here's your login, and we'll set one up down here. Label, login, apply, and we'll need a logout. Put it right next to it. Log out. Apply. One thing I do is I'll go into common and I'll make sure that I get each of these buttons identical. So it's 45 and 90. Go over here. 45 and 90. That's pretty good. I'll slide it over. Line it up. Now let's put a string display in above this so that we know which user is logged in. And what we'll use for that is we'll go over here and we'll select the tag. We're going to use system, and we'll go down and we're going to select user. Double click, system user, hit apply, hit OK. That's all we'll need for that. So we have our login or logout, and now we'll have displayed which user is available. Now we're going to go ahead and close this. We want to save the values, and we'll open up the offset. We're going to right click on the offset. We're going to go to display settings. So the level offset, we're going to change the security code. We're going to make this C. We're going to hit apply. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go ahead and close. And now we'll go to the temperature offset. We'll do the same thing, except for we're going to make this one B. We're going to hit apply. We're going to hit OK. Now we'll close this one and we'll save it. We'll open up the main screen one more time. And this one doesn't have anything selected, so anybody can view it. We'll hit OK. Right here, this is just a go-to button. So we're going to go to display and we're just going to this display. Nothing else you special you have to do in here. It's the same thing here. Nothing else special you have to do. We're going to go up to Runtime Security. We're going to double click on it and you'll find that over here in your project tree. And we're going to want to add a user. But we're going to want to deselect every one of these from the default user, except for A. We have to leave one. We're going to hit accept. Now we want to add another user. It'll pop up select user or group. We just want users, so let's just show the users only. And we want to put the first one in as the technician. And the only thing the technician is going to be able to get to is going to be the same as the default. It's going to be A and B. So the mechanic can come in and adjust the temperature. We're going to hit OK, and you'll notice all these boxes change. So the only screen or security code he'll be able to look at is going to be anything that involves B and A. Now we're going to add one more. We want to go the same thing, show users, select tech, select OK, and then come down here, make sure it's highlighted, and these select everything except for we want them to only be able to go into A and C. So now we have A and C selected, nothing else is selected. Hit accept, and that's all we need to do there. We'll hit exit. Yes, we want to save the changes. Everything looks fine. We're going to go ahead and we're going to run it. So we'll test this. Alright, we started up and you can tell that we're the default login. And let's go ahead and try to change it. Oh, we can't. Currently logged in user does not have security access to vessel temp control. So their access is denied. Can we go to the other one? Same thing. We cannot access the vessel level offset either. So let's log in. User. Username was mate. And enter. Password. Enter. Enter again. Now we're logged in under, and here's our login name. So we're logged in as maintenance guy. So we'll come in here and hit select vessel. Now we can change the offset. So we won't want 200 degrees anymore. We're running different products. We want to keep this at 156 degrees. And we can change the offset in case our thermometer that we manually go out and check versus this. And you can change your offset. So it's off 3 degrees, plus or minus. Oh, we need to go change the level offset too. Oh, we can't. We don't have access to do that. So we'll go ahead and log out, log in again. Under tech. Password. Enter. Now we're logged in as the tech. Can we change the temp? No, we can't because we don't have access to it. But we can here. So we can change the level. Basically, that's all you need for setting up security to lock people out of different screens so they can't get into or make things available. Other things you can do, we'll go ahead and open up the main screen, and we can set this up based on the active user. Okay, another way to secure your screen is to also use ways to hide your buttons or objects, and we can use that through animation. It's pretty simple, pretty quick, except for we're going to want to do a couple things before we do that. We're going to want to put text above this so that when the button's gone, we'll know what this is. So we know that this is a temperature, so we'll just go ahead and throw some text up above. Change the back color to white so we can see it. Make it a little big. Looks good. A little bold. We don't need no bold, do we? Okay. We'll move it. Line it up. We're going to do a Control C. We're going to copy it. Control V. Move it over here. And then this one will be vessel level. I'm going to hit apply. It's at a % sign behind it. Okay. Now we already have our user login, and to go to this screen, so double click it, which is your temp control. So we'll open up the temp control, right click, display settings, it's B. So our security code for that one was B. Okay. Come back here, right click, animation, visibility. We're going to go to, it's in visibility, we're going to use expression. We're going to use a function, security, and we're going to use current user has code. And we know the code is B, so we'll put an uppercase B right there. We're going to hit, well, you can check it, so it's valid, hit OK, hit apply, hit close. This one was C. Just to verify, we'll go ahead and do this screen, go display, code C, then we're, okay, so we know it's C. We'll come back over here, right click, same thing, animation, visibility, expression, functions, security, has code, say OK, check. Oh, see, we forgot to put the C in there. Shift C, now we'll check. It's valid, hit OK, hit apply. Now I did that for a reason, just so you can see that when you check your expressions, that you want to make sure they come back valid, because if I take this C back out, it'll tell you that you have an error. So put C back in there, check it again, we're good, hit OK, hit apply, hit close, and now let's just go ahead and run it. Oops, wrong run button, I do that all the time. Save changes, yes. Remember, save changes. I forget to do that when I get in a hurry. Alright, now that it popped up and is running, I want to make one quick change though. It'll drive me nuts. I'll show you what it is. It's the fact that these two aren't level. And we'll make one more change here. And we'll put a degree symbol there. Degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, now we'll run it. It's still off a hair. Hold on just a bit. There we go. I know. A little weird, but it'll work. Yep, we'll save. Let's run it again. And it started up. Okay. You see our go-to screen buttons have disappeared because we're on default. Default was A, this one was B, and this one was C. So we'll log in using the maintenance one. Now enter. And you see it shows up. We select it and you can come in here and make your changes. And still, because we're only allowed under this login to go to this screen. Now if we log out, it disappears. We'll log in as the tech. And you'll see this one shows up. Then we come in here and change this offset. So that's basically your rundown on the different ways to use the FactoryTalk View security. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And again, as always, thank you for watching.